On 3rd March 2022, NSE has launched a new platform for retail investors in India to invest directly in the US stock market. It means now retail investors can directly buy US stocks like Amazon, Apple, Google, Microsoft, etc. Now we have already discussed before why it makes sense to have some exposure in the US stock market. First reason is that it helps in diversification. So exposure in global countries reduces your geography related concentration risk. And second reason is that US is the home of top technology disruptors that are global leaders in their sector. Be it Amazon from e-commerce, be it Apple in mobile, Google in search, Facebook in social media, and so on. And the best part is that after the recent fall in global market, it has created a great opportunity to invest in quality stocks at attractive levels. So in this video, I have explained what exactly is this NSE platform and how you can invest in US stocks directly. But it is not that NSE is the first platform to invest directly in the US market. There are already some fintech companies that allow you to invest directly in the US market. Although this direct investment is not that easy, there are certain challenges with this approach. So we'll first discuss the challenges with the current process to invest directly in the US market and then how NSE is catering to this problem with its newly launched platform for US investment. Alright, let's get started. Now first challenge with existing process is trust issue. So when you invest in Indian stocks, those stocks are capped in your demat account. But when you invest in US stocks with this new age players like your IND money, Vested, etc., the stocks are capped in the account of US broker with whom these companies have partnered with. So those stocks are not held in your demat account. And in case the partner broker goes bankrupt, it would be a challenge to get your money back. Then second challenge is high cost. In order to invest in US stock market, you have to pay an upfront fee of somewhere between 300 rupees to 1000 rupee. And on top of that, it includes your currency conversion charges. So every time you invest your money, INR would be converted into USD and that would attract its own charges. Moreover, while selling the stock, there would be again some fee from the US broker partner plus again charges from USD to INR conversion. Hence, to solve these problems, NSE IFSC, which is an international exchange and a subsidiary of NSE, has launched the platform to invest in direct US stocks at much lower cost, and more importantly, the stocks would be kept in your own demat account. So in this video, I'll explain the entire process for investment in US stocks and try to answer some important questions. To begin with, NSE IFSC has set up an exchange in Gift City situated in Gandhinagar. This Gift City is basically a special economic zone or a financial hub with tax incentive mainly to attract the foreign capital in India and export financial services. So NSE International Exchange has appointed a market maker and HDFC Bank has been appointed the custodian for the entire process. The market maker will buy the share from the international market and it will then be deposited in HDFC Bank. Then HDFC Bank will convert the shares into depository receipt. Now this is a bit tricky, so try to understand it carefully. When a company is listed in one country and want its shares to be traded in another country, it is done via depository receipts. And if the company itself offers these depository receipt, then it is called sponsored depository receipt. For example, Indian companies like Infosys, ICICI Bank, Wipro, etc. trade on the US stock exchanges through sponsored DRs. And when the company itself is not directly involved, it is called an unsponsored depository receipt. And the reason why I'm explaining sponsored and unsponsored depository receipt is because if you want to invest in US stock from NSE IFSC, it would be done via unsponsored depository receipts. Here, HDFC Bank will convert the shares into depository receipt. Now since investors are allowed to invest in US stocks in fraction of 0.1% or 0.2% rather than owning the minimum one share, these depository receipts would have a very small ticket size somewhere between $5 to $15. So on the lower ticket size of $5, investor would be able to invest with a minimum of around rupees 375. Let me explain this with an example. Let's say one share of Apple is currently worth $160. Now in rupee term, it is nearly 12,000 rupee and not possible for retail investors to buy easily. So HDFC Bank will create nearly 20 depository receipt and each receipt would be worth around $8, that is rupees 600. So it would be easy for retail investors like you and me to buy this one depository receipt. I hope it is very clear. But again, when I read about this news, a lot of questions came in my mind. For example, can I invest in all the shares listed in the US market? The next question was, I already have a demat account and trading account with Zerodha. So can I buy these US stocks from Zerodha? And then what would be the cost? What would be the taxation? And what are the timings for trading? And if I buy the stock today, when it will be settled in my account? And so on. So I did a research to clarify these doubts. Let me take these questions one by one. First question is, can I invest in all the shares listed in the US market? So currently, this US stock trading option on NSE IFSC is in beta mode, which means only a limited set of users will be able to use this platform. Moreover, currently there are only 8 stocks that are available for trading. It includes your Tesla, Amazon, Apple, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Netflix and Walmart. But soon NSE would extend this list to top 50 stocks of US market. And depending upon the interest, it can even extend this list to even 300 or 500 stocks in the US. In fact, NSE can even extend this list to include stocks of other countries. So it would be exciting if NSE launches the option to invest in the Chinese or Taiwanese or South Korean or other emerging markets. Next question is, I already have a demat account and trading account with Zerodha. So can I buy these US stocks directly from Zerodha? So the answer is that you would need to open a new demat account with the depository in the gift city. That's the rule. And as far as broker is concerned, the broker should be registered with NSE IFSC in gift city. Currently, Zerodha is in the process to get registered as a broker. So as of now, if you have a trading account with Zerodha, you can't invest in US stocks directly from this NSE IFSC platform. But Zerodha is in the process of membership and it is expected that within a couple of months, Zerodha will get registered. But otherwise, there are around 36 brokers already registered with NSE International Exchange. So you can find out if your broker is registered with NSE International Exchange or not. Now next question is, what would be the cost? So NSE would charge around 0.12% for every equity trade. Although it is very high as compared to 0.00345% for Indian equities. But hopefully, as the volume on the platform increases, the charges should come down. Apart from this, every brokerage firm will have its own charges. As far as taxation is concerned, we still do not have clarity on that. Next, what is the settlement timing? So if you buy the stock today, it would be reflected in T plus 3 days. So you have to wait for 3 days for the stock to get reflected in your account. Yes, that's a bit time consuming. The reason being that the market maker would have to buy the stocks for you and the custodian would have to convert it into depository receipt. So this entire process would take time. But as the volume would increase and the overall process would stabilize, settlement timing should come down to T plus 2. But as of now, it is T plus 3. Next, what is the trading timing? So the trading timing would be between 8 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. IST. So you might need to stay up a bit late if you want to track the US market. By the way, there's a limit of maximum 250,000 US dollar per year. So that's around 1.9 crore investment allowed per year. Should be enough for retail investors. So in this video, we discussed about the NSE IFSC International Exchange that can help you invest in US stocks directly. And we also covered the key challenges it addressed. With this option, the cost of investment in the US stock would reduce significantly and you can hold US stocks in your demat account in India. So this is a great initiative NSE has taken. I hope NSE further extend this platform to allow investment in top 500 companies of the US and further expand it to allow investment in other emerging markets as well. I hope you'll find this video useful. And if you find it useful, do share it with your friends. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care.